This is the story of a beautiful nightmare. My daddy always told me to be careful who I love and to always make sure he is right. Since summer school, I always had my eyes on this one particular guy. Man, was he a sight to see. Just the right height, dark skin, nice lips, and he played basketball. This was my first year of high school and just the beginning of a beautiful nightmare. August 2006, first month of classes. I had no idea of what to expect. I just hoped it would be fun and exciting. During the first weeks of classes, of course everyone is trying to get to know one another. There were lunchtime activities for new incoming freshmen, seniors who walked around giving tours to make sure everyone was on the right path, and of course, there was that boy that I always seemed to see in the distance somewhere. I knew that one day we would eventually catch eyes, so I had to get prepared for that day. Surprisingly, my best friend had a class with him, so she would be my way into getting to know him before he knew me. One day, after the bell rang for the last class to end, I saw my best friend and him walking out of class together. My first thought was to turn around and walk in the opposite direction. But of course my friend yells my name across the hall to come here. Kristen, Kristen. So I had no choice. She introduces me to him and says that we should all eat lunch together the next day. My heart is racing, forehead shining from sweating, and my face red from blushing. Why would my friend set me up like this, knowing I wasn't quite ready to meet him? I still needed to do some investigation before. Well, I had 24 hours to find out as much information about him as possible before our lunch meeting. So back then, MySpace was the social network of the time. I did a quick search of his name, looked at his top 5 friends to see who they were, asked my best friend how he was in class and if she knew anything interesting about him. And I even took a peek of last year's yearbook to see if he was involved. Well, to my surprise, there wasn't much out there. All I knew was that he was a sophomore. He had a drama class with my friend. He played varsity basketball and was well known around campus. This was going to be my first time ever having lunch with a guy I had a crush on, let alone having lunch with one of the most popular guys of the school. So when I got home, I knew I had to find the perfect outfit to wear to school. I basically tore my whole room apart looking for the right top, pants, and shoes. Right before I got in bed, my best friend calls. You ready for tomorrow, Kristen? I knew she set this up on purpose, just wasn't sure why she was more excited than I was. She said she picked out a cute outfit as well for the next day's events. All night I tossed and turned, went to the bathroom a few times to make sure no pimples grew overnight, and even checked his MySpace one last time, just to make sure there weren't any updates. 7:08, my alarm clock goes off. Well, today was the day I officially meet my crush and try to get to know him a little better. I purposely packed a lunch today so that I wouldn't have to stand in that long cafeteria line. Well, the lunch bell rings and I head to the cafeteria. I find an empty table and wait. And wait. And wait even more. 30 minutes pass and my friend is nowhere to be found. There's only 15 minutes left of lunch, so I decided to go look for her. I walk around campus, check the quad, check the girls' bathroom, check the office, but she is nowhere to be found. Finally, I decided to check the gym. Maybe he just didn't want to eat with me or something. I walk to the gym and find a surprise. My best friend and him in the bleachers kissing their life away. What I thought would be something beautiful turned into a nightmare.